Praises to Yahweh. It is a great privilege to be in His presence and in your company today. I am Anthony-Darneaud, greeting you from RevivalTime Assembly, King's Wharf, San Fernando, on behalf of the senior pastors, the Reverends Lloyd Hart and Norma Hart, and the entire RevivalTime family. Today, and for the ensuing 4 days, I invite you to walk with me a few minutes as we try to discover and accomplish our mission for each day. We are very familiar with the term DNA, and for the next few days, we will focus on DMA, discovering our daily mission and accomplishing it. One strategy of highly successful people is the daily practice of applying the law of recognition. Our mission for today is to practice to recognize His voice and obey it. Thus, the title for today's devotional is Recognizing and Obeying God's Voice. My mother loved Sister Act 2, so I am very familiar with the statement, if you want to be somebody, and if you want to go somewhere, you better wake up and pay attention. Today, we focus our attention on our ears. In this fast-paced society, so many voices call to us. Voices from far and near, insistent, ringing, challenging, urgent. There is so much noise. It is sometimes difficult to discern God's voice. The prophet Isaiah says, "The sovereign Lord wakens me morning by morning, wakens my ear to listen like one being instructed." That is found in Isaiah 50, verse 4. We often pray, "Speak to me, Lord." But God speaks in many ways. His word and His creation instruct us. To hear His voice, all we have to do is look around. But sometimes, Yahweh speaks in a still, small voice. Then, when we hear it, we debate, we make excuses, we ignore, we talk ourselves out of what God says. What He says may not make sense to us at all. But do not reason, do not question. Human reasoning, understanding, and wisdom have no place in the equation. Because God doesn't speak to our mind, God speaks to our spirit. Occasionally, we use others as a sounding board to vet what God says to us. Remember, God speaks to us individually, personally. That other person did not and cannot hear what God is telling you. Obey that still small voice. One act of obedience to what God says to us often causes a domino effect in our lives. And the opposite is also true. As we walk with and seek after Him, we improve at recognizing His voice. Yahweh is speaking to us today. Recognize this Kairos moment, this God-ordained minute in time. Ask Him to waken your ear to listen like one being instructed. Do not just hear, listen to His voice. And do not just listen, obey His voice. Today, discover your daily mission and accomplish it. This simple unquestioning act of obedience will thrust you ahead, release you into a future that is greater than your wildest dreams. Thank you for tuning in. Have a blessed day. We love you.